Cary Nosler here, health and longevity researcher for Enhanced Athlete, and today we're going to be talking about, well, one of the world's great foods, and that is ginger. Ginger has been used extensively in Indian and Asian cuisine. They think it was originally from India, but it has been around for so long that there's no such thing as wild ginger. It's been cultivated for just that long a period of time. Ginger has also been used as a medicine for centuries with all kinds of conditions among many cultures, and it certainly fits the definition that Hippocrates, who was considered the father of modern medicine, gave when he said, "Let food be your medicine, let medicine be your food," and ginger certainly fits into that category. Let me talk about some of the things that ginger helps. Digestive problems, for one. It turns out that ginger, while it's not real high in general nutritive factors like A, B, or different minerals, it is high in volatile oils and different types of compounds that help with digestion. Some folks say that ginger has more digestive enzymes than does papaya. What happens is when you have some ginger in the food that you eat, you start to secrete more saliva. Saliva has a lot of enzymes in it, especially those that help break down carbohydrates, so that might be part of the reason. Ginger has also been used for nausea. This is a very interesting area because motion sickness is a real problem for some folks, and it turns out that there are several studies which have shown that ginger is just as effective as drugs or placebo, and in some cases even more effective for motion sickness. Loss of appetite, pain, that involves helping people who are going through chemotherapy or having some kind of post-op need for pain reduction. It's got many, many uses, but while those are impressive details, this is for some of you who may be suffering from migraines. I don't suffer from migraines, but I know people who do, and it can be very debilitating. Sometimes they are just down. They can't do anything. It's just such a difficult situation to have to deal with. Ginger, in this case, could be a real blessing. And in this case, our story starts with a doctor. And this doctor was familiar with some of the folk literature that said that ginger root had a long history of treating headaches. So what he did, when he found a patient who had a migraine, he advised his patients to have a quarter teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of powdered ginger in water at the first sign of a migraine. Within a half hour, the migraine went away with, in this particular case, no side effects. So the doctor did what a lot of doctors do in those situations. He writes up his experience and submits it to a journal so that other doctors can look at it and either comment on it or try it or just have some opinion. That's called a case report. And obviously it's not something where you're involving double-blind, randomized controlled studies and all that, so it can't be proven exactly. This is just, again, an observation. But that doctor's experience was reaffirmed by different researchers who conducted a double-blinded, randomized controlled clinical trial comparing the efficacy of ginger to something called sumatriptan, which is also known as Imitrex. Now, this is one of the top-selling drugs in the world, $1 billion plus drug that's used for the treatment of migraine headaches. Now, in this study, the researchers used just 1/8 of a teaspoon of powdered ginger. Both the ginger and the drug work just as well and just as fast. Now, most of the patients that they studied had moderate to severe pain, but after taking ginger, or the drug, I should say, the people ended up in mild pain or, in some cases, just completely free. The ginger, there were fewer side effects. There are possible side effects from anything, obviously, but there were fewer side effects with the ginger than there was with those taking the sumatriptan, where some reported dizziness, a sedative effect, vertigo, and heartburn. Interesting note as well, The ginger is also in the same family as turmeric, which might give you an idea why it has such a value in terms of healing. So whether as a spice or as a medicine, ginger definitely something that you should look into. I'm Cary Nosler, health and longevity researcher for Enhanced Athlete.
Coach Trevor, Tony Hughes, love the fam, staying true. E18, we the baddest. Nobody can outlast this. Wait up.